Nowadays, people take thousands of pictures with their cell phones, but they never look at them. So we decided to create an object that will make them able to share pictures with their friend and family in a tangible way.
Print is the first smartphone case that prints out pictures instantly.
You just have to plug your smartphone, snap a picture, and it will print instantly.
We worked during a year on about 15 different prototypes to come up with one product that's really easy to use. For example, it doesn't use Bluetooth technology or Wi-Fi.
You can take a picture, but you can also use pictures from Facebook, Instagram, any picture that is already on your smartphone.
My biggest design challenge was to create an object that will work with different types of smartphones.
We're compatible with the iPhone 5, the iPhone 6, and also the Galaxy S4 and Galaxy S5. And we're trying to bring it to more smartphones.
So we don't need any ink cartridge. All the ink is already in the paper. You just have to hit it, and the picture will appear like magic. Like I said, what we really love about instant cameras is the whole experience. So we try to capture it by recording short videos of 5-6 seconds just before you take a picture.
This video will play automatically on the paper through augmented reality when you scan it with our app.
We wanted to go further than just printing pictures. We wanted to bring memories that you could hold in your hands and that you could give away whenever you wanted. Print is for everybody because everybody likes a printed picture that you can hold in your hand. You know, it's like a memory that you can give away.
Trees to stone might stop this shaking. Distance gone.
A year ago, my friend Jonathan and I started working on a new type of computer kit. We call it Cano, and we're really excited to show you it today. We designed it for all ages, all over the world, and it gets you coding right away. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi! As kids, we loved playing games and building things with Lego. But today, the tools are different. Today, we have cheap computers. We have free software. And we started Cano in order to make these tools accessible for everyone, for fun and purpose. Now, the challenge for Cano was set by Mika, Alex's 7-year-old cousin.
I want you to make this as simple and fun as Lego.
Mika had a point, and it's not just 7-year-olds. I think a lot of us, we're amazed. What an amazing time to be alive. We're fascinated by this, but we have no way to get in. The available resources, they're tough. There isn't a simple, fun way to get started. We wanted to do something different, so we went around the world. We talked to hundreds of kids, parents, teachers, educators, artists, and we came up with Cano. It's based on 3 principles: simple steps, storytelling, physical computing, and tying them all together, a sense of play and exploration. You plug in the pieces, you build a computer, your own computer. You build a case, you customize it with your own designs. You build an amazing DIY speaker. You code games like Snake and Pong. You dive into the command line and explore. You get to know your computer. You hack up games like Minecraft. And at the end of it all, you look back and you realize, wow, you've actually learned something. You've got a new type of skill, a new way of expressing yourself, and one that's going to be very, very useful, we think, in the future.
As computers have gotten more complicated, they've grown harder to understand. But it's more important than ever to give kids a way in or they won't be ready for the future. And it's wonderful to see the kids making and changing Pong with the Cano.
With the Cano computer, it gives the power to create back to the people. It gives people the tools to create. It gives people the mindset to think that, okay, this was once closed, but now it's open.
We made a computer. We made the coolest computer. It felt like you were actually the person who made it. So like, you weren't just playing it, you felt like you actually made it.
So as you can see, we got great feedback. And now we're coming to Kickstarter because we want to make a bigger production and we want you to help us shape it and make it happen. We spent the last few months working with the right suppliers, preparing our production schedule, and most importantly, building a team of people from 6 different countries that are going to help us make it happen and bring Kano to you.
We've designed new plug-and-play hardware for this amazing, simple, out-of-the-box experience. It's so much fun, and we think you're gonna love it. On top of that, we've powered up the Pi with these great software games, levels, projects, and also fixes, an interface that's more intuitive and more familiar. We want to make more kits, of course, but we also want to push these updates back into the open source community. We think that together, all of us, we have the chance to do something really cool. We can give a new generation the ability to create with technology rather than just consume it. And that's something that we think is really worthwhile.
Folding bikes haven't changed in over 30 years. They use small wheels and hinged frames that sacrifice performance and rideability in order to achieve a compact size. They are heavy, awkward to use, but worst of all, they don't actually fold that small. We wanted to create a folding bike with big wheels. A bike that looks, rides, and feels like a normal bike, but could still fold small. Smaller than any other folding bike. It also had to be lightweight, easy to use, and exceptionally safe. Introducing Helix. Helix is a revolutionary new folding bike. It has 24-inch wheels, a one-piece titanium frame, and a patent-pending locking system that is free of hinges and clamps. Helix can go anywhere. Ride it to work, put it in the trunk of your car for your next road trip, take it on your next vacation. Set out to design a modern folding bike that didn't compromise rideability for size. Using patent-pending helical hinges, we were able to put the wheels beside the frame and between the crank arms. Helix was created using modern computer-aided design and manufacturing processes. It uses the latest bicycle technology. Helix improves on decades-old folding bike designs in every possible way. It rides better, folds smaller, and is safer and easier to use. Manufacturing a folding bike is difficult. Manufacturing a folding bike that pushes the limits of performance, compactness, and usability requires a hands-on approach and a high level of control over the entire process. That's why Helix will be made in Canada. We're a group of designers, engineers, and manufacturing experts. We're also passionate cyclists. Our goal is to make the best folding bike in the world. We will oversee the entire manufacturing process right here at home. We're ready and excited to go. With your help, we can make it happen.
What's more iconic than the record player? It's beautiful. To truly experience vinyl, you have to see it. What if we could create a record player that played vertically? What if we could create the floating record? Gramavox is an audio design startup based out of Chicago. We reimagine vintage audio design with modern technology. Creating a good turntable on its own is challenging. Creating a high-performance turntable that functions vertically is a feat. At Gramavox, we have some of the best designers, engineers, and audiophiles out there. we sought to create a high-performance record player that meant as much for the first-time vinyl listener as the person with their $10,000 setup. No compromises. It wasn't just a design piece or a technology piece. It was a marriage of beautiful design and innovative technology coming into one. Something that was inviting and that was simple, beautiful, but functional. It had to be an all-in-one, where you didn't need to buy additional cables and preamps and speakers. We wanted to create a vinyl listening experience that was ready to go right out of the box. We had to have full-range dynamic drivers for great bass response, and allowing you the option of bypassing the internal speakers and connecting it to an existing audio setup. We were ruthless in the engineering to ensure every part of the product that works in a horizontal context worked flawlessly in the vertical format. Going through a bin in a record store, getting an actual album, the sleeve, the inserts, the typography, the whole notion of discovery, that is all an extension of the vinyl experience, that visceral experience. Just gives you goosebumps. Let's turn love into something we can sing. Artists both indie and mainstream are releasing their albums on vinyl in addition to digital formats. Vinyl is not a fad, it's here to stay because it's the best way to experience music.